Hi, I'm Mike, the Hallows Geek, and welcome to This Week in Eek, my weekly series where I put a little eek in your week by recapping some of the top stories in Halloween and horror news from the last week. Well, we're almost to the halfway point to Halloween, and to celebrate, there's quite a bit going on. In fact, I have a major announcement coming on May 2nd, so definitely keep an eye on the social channels, but in the meantime, there's plenty more halfway to Halloween fun to be had. Most notably, Halloween hitmakers Lovecraft have dropped a Halloween single called Hot as Hell. This highly danceable new track arrived today and is the first single from the group's upcoming Pride-themed EP, Drip. Hot as Hell features vocals from Trash World, aka Ashley Smith and Danny Miller from Surfboard. Here's a taste of the track, but be sure to check out the full single wherever you stream music.
I'm a god, I'm a queen, I'm the baddest that you've ever seen. Conjure it, that Gucci fire, got you spellbound, bound you like a barbed wire. Flame so high, dripping ice, bloody eyes, make you cry. On your knees, beg me please, what will you sacrifice? Bow down. I'm hot as hell.
What'd you think of it? Let me know down in the comments. That said, Spirit Halloween has been celebrating halfway to Halloween by dropping product reveals and other surprises all week long. The Halloween retailer used the occasion to kick off their 40th Halloween season, and the two reveals thus far have been past products making their return after a several-year hiatus. The first announcement of the week was the return of Menacing Molly, the Wednesday Addams-esque swinging animatronic who says 4 different sayings before leaning back in her swing to screech at you and reveal her terrifying face. Last sold by Spirit in 2018, the updated Menacing Molly features an all-new face sculpt by artist Tate Steinsack and comes outfitted in a higher quality dress design. Spirit's second reveal of the week was the return of Sinister Gothic Gargoyle, though for 2023 he's no longer sinister or gothic and is just being referred to as simply the Gargoyle. Last seen in 2019, the Gargoyle doesn't appear to have any updates to him. The 3.5-foot tall motion-activated animatronic features light-up eyes and mouth and plays the sounds of bells tolling and thunder. For an added spooky touch, you can attach the Gargoyle to a fog machine and fog will flow from his mouth. Both re-releases are available now from SpiritHalloween.com with Menacing Molly labeled as an online exclusive. If you're interested in either product, you can find my affiliate links down in the description. And sticking with the theme of what is old is new again, Mezco Toys this week opened pre-orders for the next figure in its Return of the Living Dead Dolls line with Exorcist. First announced in February, the reimagined take on one of the original Living Dead Dolls characters features all of the latest Living Dead Dolls features, including interchangeable facial expressions via death mask faceplates with a soul-piercing stare or a decaying ghostly grin, 6 interchangeable hands, movable eyes, and 19 points of articulation. The all-new Exorcist comes dressed in her infamous weathered bunny costume with a noose around her neck and a removable bunny mask, and comes with a copious amount of creepy crawlers to fill her basket accessory. Like the classic Living Dead Dolls, the Return of the Living Dead Dolls Exorcist comes packaged in a coffin-shaped box. The Return of the Living Dead Dolls Exorcist is available for pre-order now from Entertainment Earth for $120 and is expected to ship in November. And if you want to grab her, I'll be sure to include my affiliate link down in the description. If you're a fan of the Scream franchise, this week has been a particularly exciting one. First, Scream 6 arrived on Paramount Plus on Tuesday. The latest film in the long-running franchise racked up $168 million at the global box office, but if like me you missed out on it while it was in theaters, now you can catch it from the comfort of your own home. But even more exciting than that is the news of an upcoming Scream tabletop game from Funko Games. For 3 to 8 players, Scream the Game is a fast-paced cooperative card game played in real time where players are racing against the clock to stay alive. Players must work together and play as fast as they can to draw and trade for the cards needed to survive. You win if you complete all the scenes before time runs out and before any player is killed. The game experience is augmented by a free Scream the Game mobile app that features the voice talents of Ghostface voice actor Roger L. Jackson, which allows Ghostface to call players during the game to taunt, threaten, or stalk them. You can discard cards to avoid Ghostface, but you all lose if any player doesn't have the cards they need and gets killed. There are plenty of elements for Scream fans to appreciate while playing the game, including evocative art, a knife first player marker, and a custom Ghostface figure to track the killer as he moves and attacks. Scream the Game is expected to be released sometime in mid-2023 and will retail for $19.99. Growing up, I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Sadly, I grew out of the fandom, and for whatever reason, the appeal didn't carry over into adulthood. But a new comic book mini-series has piqued my interest. IDW has announced a new Stranger Things and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover series that will find the Hawkins heroes teaming up with the heroes in a half shell. Eleven, Max, Dustin, Mike, Will, and Lucas are looking forward to a non-threatening, fun-filled trip to New York City. With the gang hundreds of miles from the otherworldly weirdness of their hometown, they're sure to catch a break this time. Or at least, that's what they think, until they encounter a bizarre and familiar threat. To face that threat, they must unite with a fearsome fighting team every bit as bizarre and green. Written by Cameron Chittock with art by Ninja Turtles comic superstar Farrell Pei, this first ever comic book mashup will hit stores beginning in July. Alright, before we get to this week's trailer, I want to talk real quick about a movie that I'm particularly stoked for. Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. I'm a longtime fan of director Andrew Bowser and his Onyx character, and was thrilled to see that he was able to fund a feature-length Onyx film and tour it at festivals. But I was even more excited when we learned this week that Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls would be arriving in theaters this fall, courtesy of Cinedigm. Based on writer, director, and star Andrew Bowser's viral internet character of the same name, Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls tells the story of an amateur occultist who learns that sometimes when you raise hell, you get a little burn. Misunderstood by all who know him, Marcus J. Trilbury, aka Onyx the Fortuitous, is struggling to find purpose in his soul-devouring side gig. But just when it seems he's ready to throw in the towel, he receives a coveted invitation to the mansion of his idol Bartok the Great for a ritual to raise the spirit of an ancient demon. Ecstatic, he joins Bartok, his mysterious delegate Farah, and a collection of fellow devotees as they prepare for the ceremony. But quickly, it becomes apparent things are not quite what they seem. As Onyx and his new friends fight to keep their souls, he must decide what he will sacrifice to meet his destiny. The film stars longtime horror favorites Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton, along with Ralph Ineson, Rivka Reyes, T.C. Carson, Arden Mirren, Melanie Chandra, and Olivia Taylor-Dudley. Following its theatrical debut, the Onyx film will launch exclusively on horror streaming service Screambox. Alright, let's talk trailers, and as a reminder, you can catch each week's trailers over on allhallowsgeek.com or simply seek them out here on YouTube after you've watched this video. This week at CinemaCon, 20th Century Studios debuted the teaser trailer for A Haunting in Venice, the unsettling supernatural thriller based on the Agatha Christie novel Halloween Party. Directed by and starring Oscar winner Kenneth Branagh as famed detective Hercule Poirot, A Haunting in Venice is set in eerie post-World War II Venice on All Hallows Eve and is a terrifying mystery featuring the return of the celebrated sleuth. Now retired and living in self-imposed exile in the world's most glamorous city, Poirot reluctantly attends a seance at a decaying haunted palazzo. When one of the guests is murdered, the detective is thrust into the sinister world of shadows and secrets. The film features an ensemble cast of unforgettable characters, including Kenneth Branagh, Kyle Allen, Camille Cotton, Jamie Dornan, Tina Fey, Jude Hill, Ali Khan, Emma Laird, Kelly Riley, Ricardo Scamarcio, and Michelle Yeoh. A Haunting in Venice will open in theaters nationwide on September 15th. That's it for this week. As always, if you enjoyed this week's video, give it a like, leave me a comment, or better yet, subscribe to make sure you always get your weekly dose of Geek. For more information on any of this week's top stories, you can always find the full coverage over on allhallowsgeek.com. Until next time, keep it creepy.